I'm your roommate, Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I want to show you the big city. I'm her only friend.
Something is up with your roommate.
Hello? You have bad influence on her. What did you do to them? I got rid of them all! For you.
The roommate. Rated PG-13.
Oh, spare us your cheap, lazy attempt to try to bring in the horny teenagers with the potential promise of lesbian sex between Leighton Meester and Minka Kelly, because, sorry to tell you that PG-13 rating is going to ruin that for you completely. Welcome to Time About the Movies, everybody, and that's right, this is one of those weeks where the movies are so terrible that we're not even going to bother with a special intro. We're just going to get right to the two films of February 4, 2011, because guess what? It's the Super Bowl weekend, and that means that while people are watching the Pittsburgh Steelers embarrass themselves against the Green Bay Packers, the box office was embarrassing itself with these two new releases, including our first movie here, Single White Female. I mean Single White Female. I mean the Single White Female. It's literally Single White Female, but no, it's the title may say The Roommate, but it's fucking Single White Female. Sarah Matthews, played by Minka Kelly, is a college freshman whose roommate, Rebecca Evans, played by Leighton Meester, is dangerously obsessed with her. In addition, you have people like Cam Diggenden, Danielle Harris, Matt Lanter, Nina Dobrev, Ali Machaka, Kat Graham, Billy Zane, Francis Fisher. You know, people that you've seen in other things on the CW, and a couple of veteran actors that you're very familiar with in a movie that, I pretty much told you everything that is wrong with this movie. It is literally a Gen X ripoff of Single White Female, and not even a good one. Written by somebody who clearly was intended to be a CW writer, but never got the chance to work on a CW show, and a director who had never directed a movie in Hollywood before, but they hired him because his short film was nominated for an Academy Award. I'm not even joking. That's the literal reason they hired this director. And I'm sorry, I love Leighton Meester. I think she's a multi-talented actress and entertainer. She's fucking terrible in this. She does not come off as threatening whatsoever. Like, this is the type of acting that you see with Milla Jovovich in those terrible Resident Evil movies and Ultraviolet. It's a performance that says, take me seriously, when you clearly can see that this woman wants nothing to do with this project whatsoever. That's what it looks like whenever I see Leighton Meester try to look threatening in a movie like this. Because she simply does not. Nothing about this movie makes any sense whatsoever. Nothing about this movie deserves to exist. The whole film itself doesn't deserve to exist. I mean, even Single White Female wasn't all that great of a movie. Like, what more can you honestly say, man? There's nothing more to add about this that hasn't already been said already. I mean, this is a terrible, terrible film. Like, this is pretty bad. It's really, really bad. It's the typical definition of a movie that is released on a weekend like the Super Bowl because it's gonna be the only time when teenagers will go and see it on Friday or Saturday, and then don't even bother to go to the theater on Sunday because of a big game going on Sunday. And it's cool that nobody's gonna gonna remember this movie after the first weekend. And sure enough, top movie at the box office, then faded away into obscurity, never to be seen or heard from again. Ooh. Why am I even doing this? I have no idea. But, you get the point. This movie's terrible, and it's the typical definition of a movie that's being dumped because the studio has no hope in it whatsoever. We should also say the same thing about our next movie, our last film too, which is a film that is using James Cameron's name, who's the executive producer, as the selling point of the film, and that didn't quite work with Sanctum.
The mother of all caves.
What could possibly go wrong diving in caves?
Inspired by true events. On February 4th, James Cameron, creator of Titanic and Avatar, takes adventure to new depths. Conceived and shot in 3D.
We have to get out of here!
It's a journey never give up that will take your breath away. Sanctum, rated R, and VOD and IMAX 3D.
Or as a film reviewer in Austin, Texas said, Sanctum, more like Rectum. Corey Coleman, Spill.com, 2011. So, but this is Sanctum, a film that is literally being marketed because James Cameron's name's attached to it. He lent them the 3D cameras to work on this, and big mistake. Big mistake indeed. It follows the team. Stop me if you've heard this plot before, because this is such a revolutionary plot right here. Sanctum follows a team of underwater cave divers on a treacherous expedition to the largest, most beautiful, and least accessible cave system on Earth. When a tropical storm forces them deep into the caverns, they must fight raging water, deadly terrain, and creeping panic as they search for an unknown escape route to the sea. Master diver Frank McGuire has explored the South Pacific's Esala caves for months, but when his exit is cut off in a flash flood, Frank's team, including 17-year-old son Josh and financier Carl Hurley, are forced to radically alter plans. With dwindling surprise, the crews must navigate an underwater labyrinth to make it out. I can't believe you people aren't stopping me from telling you this. It's the friggin' abyss. Meets the cave, meets the descent. It's movies you've seen done before, over and over and over again. And this film is only existing on the fact that, hey, James Cameron was the producer. He let them use their 3D technology that they used on Avatar for this. Clearly come see our movie, because we literally have nothing else to show for it. Who's our biggest star? The vampire guy from Van Helsing, Reed Richards from the 2000s Fantastic Four movie, Reese Wakefield. Hello? Anybody? What about our director? What has he done of noteworthiness? Alistair Grierson. Let's take a look and see. Alistair Grierson has not done anything of noteworthiness, including, except for Kokoda, which was a film that was released in Australia, and Pereira's War, which was released in Australia, and Tiger, which featured, Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke was in that movie that came out in 2018, and nobody remembers. Can you get the point that this is not a good movie? I mean, this is literally a film that is just using the name of somebody who's had two of the biggest successes of all time, Titanic and Avatar, and hoping that it's going to sucker people into this movie. And no, it's not. Yeah, here's the thing with a movie that has 3D. Your visuals can look great, but like an Avatar movie, visuals don't always make the movie. I mean, visuals are great. If anything, that's the reason why the Avatar films still remain popular, but we need a story. And not a story that's been done to death before in numerous other films like this. There's not a thread of creativity in this movie whatsoever. Not at all. And it's just it's a movie that has so been there, done that. You've got all these, you got all this tribal music in the background, like when the rain is about to fall and you hear that, it's just like, okay, everybody's about to die in this movie. That's another quote from the Spill review for Sanctum, but great quote though. But I mean, that's a moment where it's just like, you see that, it's just like, okay, Darwinism exists for a reason. It's you fuckers going into this place that you know you should not be in, and I'm sorry, I have nothing positive to say about this movie. On the one hand, it's slightly better than The Roommate, but that's like me saying, this piece of shit that I took this morning was better than the gigantic blockade that I took yesterday. That was literally so damaging to my colon. You get the idea. You get the idea of what I'm trying to say here. It's late at night here, and I'm trying to wrap this up because it's been a long day for me. But you get the idea. Like, it doesn't make a difference. Like, yeah, you could say it's better than one movie, but they're both terrible movies, and this one just isn't as bad as The Roommate, but it isn't a good movie either. And I think I've made my point here. Avoid Sanctum like the plague, plain and simple. Well, that was a bad weekend for movies, but hey, it's Valentine's weekend coming up on the next episode of Time About the Movies, so hopefully the films will get better. Let's take a look at what we got here. Adam Sandler stars in a new comedy called Just Go With It, and he's got Jennifer Aniston with her, so maybe there's something there, and not just a movie where Adam Sandler decides to take a vacation to a tropical island, like some of his notable bad movies. And okay, that's just one movie, but let's see what the other one is. Justin Bieber, Never Say Never. And then there's Romeo and Juliet, which may end up being one of the better mainstream releases coming out this particular weekend. And then we have Channing Tatum in another movie, because, one bad movie and The Dilemma wasn't bad enough. Here's one where, maybe not quite as bad as The Dilemma, but The Eagle. But at least we have one real good movie that came out this weekend, and that was Cedar Rapids. And hey, that'll make it up for a little bit here. So next week it won't be a total loss, but it'll be rough to get through, at least with the first couple of movies. So that'll be something we'll take a look at tomorrow on the show. So with all that said, thank you so much for watching this. This one, like I said, is very much not the usual format of what I usually do now, but it's late. I'm trying to get this out as quickly as possible. But if you did enjoy this and want to see more videos like this, I would like to ask you to please go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. We just hit 5,000 subscribers. My thanks to you lovely folks out there who have been watching this show for years now. Hopefully you guys, newcomers, enjoyed this and will hit those buttons to follow us and keep watching for new videos. We do post here every day. Check out our playlist and check out the last episode we did. So with all that said, whether it's in the past, the present, or the future, I will see you at the movies. Take care.